With us now is Daniel Berger, and he specializes in real estate, and he's an outstanding individual. He's been a friend of mine for a very long time. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Sure. Thank you. It's good to be back. I guess I was on way back when, right?
I know. You have been with this brand, Live It Up, since the very beginning, day one, with helping me find sponsors early on and really believing in me when there was no show. And now there's a show. Over 4,000 interviews, Danny.
I believe it. Your passion's incredible, and so I just wanted to help as best I could.
Thank you. And now I would like to do the same thing and shine a light on you. What are you up to now?
Well, I was in the beverage world for 20, 25 years and working for some big companies, Green Mountain Coffee, Coca-Cola, Nestle Waters, and, you know, building a brand and of products. And then when I'm like, at some point, what do I want to do when I grow up? And my wife actually said, you should go into real estate. You really love, you know, working with people and all of that. And so I did, and I got my license, and it's, you know, I've been going really quickly since, and it's been amazing. And it's a lot of what you've done, really. It's about passion. It's about working with people. And really, my job is just to help people who are looking to either buy or sell a home and how to get into that and how to sell or how to buy and just working with people, and I love it.
And you are a people person. You always have been. You know, whether you're sponsoring sporting activities, you know, that your children were involved in, or whether you're a known member of your community because you're such a giver. How do you think that's translated into some of your early clients? It all starts with that nucleus, right? You build from there?
So what's interesting is, you know, I work as a team with my wife, and so my wife's a New York City attorney, and so I'm just able to go out and just do the best that I can. And so I've really just focused on helping people. And so what's great for me is that it's not about how much is this worth, it's about helping people. And some of the apartments that I'm selling are not that much money, and some of the houses are a little bit more, but in the end, you treat everyone the same, and it's about helping people. And you just know that if you help people, good things will happen. And so I don't look at it as like a transaction, it's more about relationship building.
And that's how it's always been with you, because early on when we were trying to work together, I'd be like, Danny, let me thank you, let me do this, let me do that. And you're like, no, just invest it back into you. And I'm like, okay, right? But it seems to be that you are very other-centered. And I think in a real estate agent, that's what you want. You want someone to care about you. And I think that kind of sets you apart from most people, because it's not, like you said, it's not about the transaction, it's about the process.
Right, and it's about the people. And so, you know, when you're showing houses with families, and I've had families that they had special needs where they had to get into special school districts, and so I'm like, if I was in their shoes, what would I want? And so things like bringing food for the kids, you know, and asking the parents first, can I bring donuts or can I bring ice cream? And, you know, it's just kind of cool when like the family meets you at the car, and then the little boy is holding your hand while you're walking through the house and whatever. And so I get that a lot, and it's whether it's families or single people, you know, people from this country, from other countries, police officers, fire department, it's just whatever it is. It's like I treat people like how I would want to be treated, and I think that's what comes across, is that I am sincere about helping people, and and you do that as well, and so that's what's kind of interesting. And life is about connections, and so when people sometimes, you know, someone's looking for a house and they need some renovations, I have contractors that have done work in my house, so I'm not just promoting someone. I'm like, you know, besides he's my contractor, I golf with him as an example. So it's because it's about connections that I've made throughout my life, and so I try to help people and give advice, and that's what's appreciated, I think.
And you are a good golfer. I mean, come on, you've won like trophies. I mean, people don't really know that about you.
Well, what's funny is that there's a professional golfer with the name Daniel Berger.
Right.
And so now when I go to some events, they're like, oh, that was tough this weekend. You lost by a shot. And I'm like, well, I'm the older Daniel Berger. So I've been Daniel Berger longer than he's been Daniel Berger. But it is interesting because it's more connections. People from my high school or college, they see this person on TV or playing in the Masters, and then I get a text. They're like, oh, I saw your namesake. And so, but it's all about connecting with people, and so that's what, you know, when you connect with people, you try to find out what's up with them. They want to find out what's up with you, and that's how I've gotten some clients as well. Is they're like, you know, they see that and they're like, oh, I know somebody that's looking for you know, a home, or they need to sell their home. You know, can you contact them? Excellent. And so whether if I can do it or if someone else can do it, you know, we have a referral network at the company that I'm with, is Global Property Systems. They're a boutique company, and it's really about helping people finding a home.
Excellent. And before we close, because we're going to wrap up, I want to just know your top tip if you're going to sell your home, besides calling you, of course, but what's a top tip somebody can do to their house to make it
You actually have to probably declutter it and
Okay.
depersonalize it.
Got it.
So that someone else can see themselves living in the house. It's harder when there's pictures of your family in the house. You want someone to be able to sit down on the couch and be like, we could live here.
Gotcha. I love it. Yeah, no
So.
pictures of your dog Rover, right? Let them have their own dog there.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Daniel. So great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Stay tuned for Live It Up. This is a personal endorsement of Donna Drake for Daniel Berger. He's